Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play HOI4 Kaiserreich and Pacific States. So let's continue on where we last left off. So we still got all these CSE troops that are just very deep behind our lines. It looks like they are slowly losing organization, so hopefully eventually they'll just disappear, and that'd be quite nice. And of course we also have we're outnumbered, I would say, right now on our fronts against the American Union State and against the CSA. So really, the way I see this is that we kind of have to like just wait, hope that these guys fight each other and bully each other long enough that we can maybe swoop in and like take the prize. Because right now we are very low on infantry equipment. We need like a ton of that. I'm hoping that perhaps we will get to the opportunity where more of our troops will spawn behind enemy lines, and that will be quite nice for us. Apparently we are losing a battle right now. 42%. Can we push, like, this is the problem right now, is because our manpower is not great and we don't have that many troops. So pushing our way through is going to be tricky. Like, it'd be so nice if I could just put these 10 divisions on the rest of the border. What did Middle Africa take? They took, I mean, actually it took like northern Mozambique, which is kind of a shame. They could have taken all of it, I think, if they wanted to. So, I mean, the American Union State, like, most of their troops look like they're pretty tough. Right now, we do have volunteers from Japan, but they are not currently helping too much. I mean, they're kind of just hanging out in Nevada, and I don't think that's really going to be benefiting us to great extent. If we take this city, I think that should mean they'll have even less supplies, because this is a city. I don't know if they have a core on it. They have a claim, so I don't know if how much supplies is actually going to be providing those troops. When Mexico's joined the Third International, that is worrying, because at some point we are going to be at war with the International. I would imagine so. Do we try to push our way through? I think we do at the moment. I mean, if we can, any little province that you can take is probably going to be our best interest. Again, if we take over this area, I think they should fall pretty soon after. I think we can maybe push our way through here. This area is kind of deserts, mountains. It's going to be a little bit hard to get much done in that area. Attack you guys are going to be multiple combats. The CSA has like a ton of troops on our border at the moment, so it's going to be a little bit difficult to try to push our way through that. And right now you are at only negative 25%. I'm assuming that's because they still have Bokene. I'm assuming, I'm probably saying that wrong, but we could push on some armies, getting a little bit of bonus. And there's also like a bunch of militias. We can't recruit them right now because we're missing like, one province. Like, if we can push our way here, that will get us, Nebraska will get us an extra 3 divisions, which would be quite nice. Minnesota is going to be a little bit more difficult to push our way in. Iowa basically have no chance. And if we can push these guys out, we will also have a nice, ability to get some guys from Colorado. Even though I think Colorado only puts like 1 troop? No, 2 divisions. Okay. Still not great, but it is not nothing. And we're still at 1% war score, so that is A-okay. It looks like it'll take 11 days for you guys to finish that. And I'm really actually also surprised that they do not have a general, which is one of those things you would expect to have, but I guess not. It looks like they might take Lincoln with these divisions here. Yeah, unfortunately, they did take the city. So you stand here for right now. Let's take this province, actually. I don't think, like, we took here. No, they wouldn't get a surround, but it could maybe provide some better bonuses in the future. We desperately need infantry equipment more than anything else. We're going to cut down on everything else and throw in even more infantry equipment, because that's really the main thing we're missing at the moment. It's not everybody in our army actually the gun. And obviously that's a bad thing. Everybody having a gun is kind of important when it comes to warfare. Got the Moi. Didn't really advance our position too much, I would say. And France already declared war in Germany. It's 1937, my dudes. Wow. Okay. I mean, you don't generally see the war start this soon. Oh, I think the Germans have actually backed the Swiss, and that's the reason. Yeah. So that's the reason they're fighting. Okay. Well, we'll see how that actually plays out. I mean, it's actually going to be a very weird campaign then. If Germany just defeats the French before we even get really involved, that is definitely going to change some things, to say the least. Okay, so it looks like the AI is trying to break their way free, and that's mostly because, you know, they need to, or else they're going to die of lack of supplies. Second World War has begun. We got some better researches. We get like 2? I think so. So let's get officer instruction. Got delay. Okay. So this is actually still looking pretty okay. 750 more rifles. Thank you so much. I desperately need those. Are you guys attacking as well? You are. Okay. If I do something like this, maybe that will work out okay. Again, I don't think attacking in Arizona is going to work out in our favor in any capacity. Yeah, even like that can work out. But again, we desperately need to get these guys to the front. Attack like that. There we go. And as soon as all these troops are dead, we'll send them probably to Brown Army, because Brown is looking a little bit weaker than everybody else at the moment, I would say. As long as we're not, like, losing too many battles. I mean, we're losing technically this one offensive engagement, but that's honestly not that bad. And as soon as you're done attacking, we're going to immediately counterattack back into you. Hopefully we can break that line. And you can actually, as soon as you're done being on the defensive, you'll actually... Oh, that's actually doing pretty all right. You should fall. These guys should fall. And in just a moment... I mean, it looks like you guys are actually holding out pretty okay as well. Can you push in this direction? You cannot, so I'm not going to even risk it. Keep these battles going as they are. Yeah, no, this is going okay. I mean, we still have Marines, and again, I don't know how you would really effectively use Marines in this situation. Because right now, I mean, we could maybe go through, like, the Panama Canal, but we would have to have naval superiority over this entire region, and that absolutely is not going to happen. Okay, we need this guy to be on the defensive. You guys can push into here now. Maybe something like this could work? Did I capture any new territory? I technically have all of Nebraska now. So as long as we can hold Nebraska for, I think, like, a few days. I'm going to have you last stand just so I don't lose Nebraska and I can get these 3 divisions. Yeah, no, this is actually going to work out okay. And that is excellent. I mean, there's a handful of CSA troops. They don't matter that much. Do you not have a closer airbase than this? Is there really no air bases over, I guess there isn't, huh? Okay, well, I guess I'm going to be building an air base in Nebraska itself. Throw that to the top of the list, because that seems very important. Even though, again, we don't have that many civilian factories. We have 10. We have 11 now, actually. So these military factories we have probably are not actually that important. We're going to reduce you down to 1. After that, we're going to try to crank out some civilian factories. Throw all the repairs on the bottom because they repair automatically, so I'm not too worried about that. How many men have I lost so far? Only 41,000. Honestly, that's not too bad. Yeah, so you guys all just deploy more or less to the opposite side of the world. And this will be... Oh, Austria wants some volunteers. Thank you, Austria, for being a great friend of mine. And looks like the CSA is kind of pushing their way through as well. As much as they possibly can, at least. When are my troops going to be ready? Another 4 days. That shouldn't take too long. Push against the longest fronts. You know what? I think we're mostly fighting against them, so I think that makes sense for a nice 25% bonus. But of course, we can't just attack everywhere on the longest front. That is not going to work out the way I would like. Like, if I could somehow get the Canadians to join my, my side, I don't think that's really possible. But if it could happen, that would be great. And remember, you gotta remember that these guys are also fighting each other. They're not a united front. So I got 3 volunteer divisions, send them straight into Brown Army. Gets them to where they need to be. Apparently India's also at war with some other people. Again, not that that really matters too much for our purposes, but it would be nicer if they didn't. Have I at least killed more than I lost? Yes. Significantly more, actually. And that's fantastic. But it's still not necessarily good enough. Four here, 4 guys here. They just have too many men in more or less every province that they have right now. So we're almost ready. I mean, you're at 90. 92 now. You're completely surrounded, and eventually these guys can finally deploy into Brown Army. Yes. I mean, actually, we're going to need slightly more room than that, but not too much more. That it would be a bit crazy. Okay, so against Long, kind of need to be a little bit more defensive. And also, we did bypass something, which is nice. Activates mission Operation Glacier. Protect Columbia. Well, then I guess we're just going to prepare the artillery. Operation Glacier, 150 days. Has full control over Idaho, Utah, Arizona, and Tucson. And I think I actually do, don't I? Okay. Idaho is definitely ours. Arizona, Tucson, definitely ours. We also need Utah. And... okay, Idaho, Utah. Okay, so basically just wants to push into these provinces, which we already completely control, which is fantastic. So there we go. We've already immediately have 100 political power. Thank you so much. It took a lot of hard work for me to get that done, but I was able to make it in the end. Put some more reinforcements in here. Can you guys really do anything? I don't think so. So what do I do with Purple Army? I'm going to have them just be down here in New Mexico, and I guess have them ready to go for an invasion of Texas, and maybe like push their way to New Orleans. Either way, it's going to be a little bit tricky. This is only 2 divisions, and the fact that we're not really training any more men at the moment, which is not great. Okay. 78, 63. You guys are trying, they're trying to push. But again, we're just outnumbered, right? We've about 600,000 manpower. All 3 of their sides combined have about 3 million, probably. And if you look at the number of units deployed, we are lower than their minimums. Which is an extremely dangerous position to be in. Again, the United States is somehow still surviving. I have no idea how. How many troops do you have? Probably, he probably has as many troops as I do. But just all kind of stuck in one small area. Try to do some pushes in like this. See if you can get some progress made. I mean, 68 is looking pretty nice. We'll attack in this way as well. Because that should do something, I think. And I'm guessing attacking into the PSA, or attacking into the CSA is unlikely to work out 100% in our favor. And New Mexico, like, your mountains, right? Your deserts and your desert mountains, which is very difficult terrain to fight in. Got some troops moving in. Something like, you're at 70 or 80%. Like, we're very close. They have tanks right now, which is not a great sign for me. I will admit that. We can't really pull troops out of here. That's okay. Send in our reinforcements. Please stop attacking me. I mean, I know I'm attacking you, so you're probably a little bit justified in being mad at me, but please stop shooting at my soldiers. It'd bring me great joy if you realize that I was just better than you, and for you to try nothing at all. God, they just have so many men. Our going to speed 5 right now. Most of our battles are just going around here in Kansas, Missouri, Nebraska. We can actually recruit in Colorado now. Fantastic news. How much divisions is that? That is 2. But again, 2 is not nothing. 2 is okay. Try to push into you. Again, we're just trying to make sure while they're in multiple combats, we can get a nice bonus for it. And we have to target one of them over the other. So do we target the American Union State or the CSA? I mean, the CSA does have all the factories. Once the United States does capitulate, we can at least annex all this territory directly. How much of a bonus does that provide us? Answer is probably, like, not that much. I guess you guys just go down here, deploy to the purple zone. And just try not to lose 1,000,000 men. Just try your absolute hardest to succeed, even though it looks like you're actually about to lose some territory here. Send some reinforcements down to the south. How? I mean, Mexico's not going to get involved. Canada, again, they could theoretically get involved, but they have to do like the autocratic route, I believe, and I've never seen them actually do that. And I don't think New England ever gets involved either. Or do they? Probably hitting in on the home front. I mean, maybe they can, and just get Canada to kind of just come smashing down. We'll have to see. Okay, now the Entente's going to be at war with the Internationale as well. But we're losing a decent amount of these battles. Which is not the best. All you guys just be on the defensive, I think, for right now. We're going to lose this one territory, but not much you can do about that. Yeah, I think it's mostly just going to be like a defensive battle for a little bit until we can at least build up our forces. We're going to have to play some kind of like defensive strategy. It looks like you're actually going to move up to here, which will lead to you just getting surrounded. So it was incredible. I would say it's a bad move on your part to do that, but, you know, you do you. You'll get there in 2 days, 10 hours. And I think you'll get there in time. I'm not too worried. So Brown actually doesn't even have a battle plan. So I'm going to draw them a quick plan to at least go to this river. And that seems like it should work out okay, I'm hoping. You know, assuming, again, that these guys weaken each other significantly. But the American Union state is looking pretty strong. But I think this is going to be a good time to end this episode. Thank you for watching. My name is Anthem. If you enjoyed, thumbs up. Not enjoyed, thumb down. Watch more, subscribe, and goodbye.